I am your power brother. I'm encouraging, inspiring our people to wake up for change mindset. I'm inspiring our people to be radical thinkers for a change mindset. And man, sooner the better, people. Like I say, I'm not your news. I just speak on the issues to give you the solution from my perspective and my new mindset, my awakening. And our problem is addressing our trauma to reprogram, to work on the trauma. You know how you're gonna work on the trauma. You got to do the work. You got to do your research. You got to do your homework. You got to unlearn and relearn and re-educate yourself to empower yourself. This is what we need to do. This is why we inflict violence upon each other because we're using the old program. We self-hate. We disrespecting ourselves and disrespecting each other because we're trauma people and we never had time for rebuilding. We never rebuilt our minds. We never changed our thinking. We never addressed what we went through slavery and the lynching of us and the race massacres that happened throughout the country. We really have not got to the root of our problems because we have not changed the program to address them. This is why we are at an identity crisis. Why we have so much hate in our community because we're trauma people. As long as you don't know what happened to you, you refuse to go through life self destruction, and you refuse to stand up, and you refuse to make good choices. You make bad choices where you keep harming yourself, and we keep failing as people because we have not took time out to address our problems as people. We have not took our time out to address the trauma minds for a true rebuilding period. This is why we always look elsewhere because we have not checked in our own camp. We ain't checked in our own house. We ain't checked our own community. And that's what we must do. And the title is Arguments That Turn into Somebody Getting Killed. I'm going to play two of these videos, and I'm talking about black trauma, black on black killings, black on black violence. I'll talk about it on anything on my platforms. It can always resonate to the problem of the mental condition of the trauma minds, the mental condition of using the old toxic program where we go along with this system to fight each other while we stay divided because we're using the old program. They enforced us to stay divided, and we still choose to stay divided to this day. You got to really wake up to see it. This is why they don't want us to be woke, but this is why we need to be woke. So if you knew better, you should do better. You know, but like I said last night, everybody don't know better in order to do better. Everybody don't have a good foundation to build on to start from or a good circle of friends that's woke. A lot of our people is programmed using the old program and busy self-destruction, busy self-hating, busy disrespecting each other. And the reason why we have so many problems, you got to understand, you shouldn't have a disagreement with somebody where you be willing to put out your gun to kill somebody. The problem was the hate, self-hate. So I'm going to play these videos. Give me a second. Don't mind the commercials.
What do we know right now?
Still a very active scene. I want my camera guy to pan over right over here to show you how many officers are out here right now. Now, police said at around 3:30, police were in this area, and An officer inside this car that you see right here was just pulling up to the light to relieve another officer, and that's when they noticed a group that was gathered at this corner. They said that they saw one person arguing with another, and then one of them took out a gun and shot the other, and striking them and striking four others. We're told that they're all adult males, ranging in age from 38 to 63. They all got non-life-threatening injuries. We're told that one went to the hospital in a private car, and the other ones were taken by local medics. But again, we have 5 people that are injured out here. Police Commissioner Michael Harrison, he just spoke about this case. Take a listen to what he had to say.
There was one individual who appears to begin arguing with another individual who was in that group. What we know is that one of the individuals pulled out a firearm, began shooting at this one individual who he struck, although 4 other individuals were also struck as a result.
So again, we have 5 people injured, all non-life-threatening injuries. Police said that there were a lot of people out here. You have to remember, this is near the Lexington Market. On top of that, it's a pretty warm day out here. So they said that there were a lot of people out here, and they're just asking anybody with any information to come forward and give them a call. Now, I asked police about a description of the suspect. They did not have one, but I am told that they are reviewing footage from in this area. So again, we have 5 people injured, all at the hospital, non-life-threatening injuries. Police say it started as an argument, and right now they are reviewing surveillance footage, and they're asking anyone with any more information to give them a call. So we're going to remain out here, and we're going to have an update coming up on the news at 6. But for now,
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna play this up.
Last night on SEPTA's Route 23 bus in Germantown. Tonight, investigators are working to find the shooter who fled the scene in the aftermath. Action News reporter Katie Castro live at SEPTA headquarters tonight. Katie, what more do we know right now about the victim?
Brian, police have not released the victim's identity, but they do say they are thankful there weren't more victims, considering there were passengers on the bus and a bullet just missed the bus driver.
You can't even take the bus without feeling like somebody's going to shoot you and whatnot. It's really gotten out of hand.
Police say a young man was shot and killed during an argument on a Route 23 SEPTA bus last night, just before 11 o'clock on the 5200 block of Germantown Avenue. According to investigators, the gunman was in a hoodie and full face mask covering, sitting across from the victim near the front of the bus. Police say there was a verbal argument which escalated to a physical confrontation and ultimately led to the fatal shooting. SEPTA has a message for anyone trying to conceal their identity to commit crimes.
Face mask head coverings, more popularly known as shiesties among our young folks. Those face masks are prohibited on SEPTA property. Come on SEPTA property wearing your shiesty, you will be engaged by police.
According to SEPTA, there has been 8 shootings this year, and that includes incidents on SEPTA.
Gonna leave it at that. I just want y'all to understand, if you know better, you'll do better. But it's some that know better that choose not to do better. You know, we got to understand our problems for as people. It's the mindset, it's the program, and it's this lack of knowledge, you know, lack of identity where you embrace and love your own self, you know, and you don't, and you will value your own love, your own self-love, you know what I mean? Knowledge yourself. If you value your own life, you wouldn't be willing to take another life. You can't possibly think if you just having a simple argument, it get that heated where the other person want to pull out a gun and kill you for it. But if you understand the condition of a broken and a hateful person where he hating himself, you should understand that person be willing to take a life and take any life because they don't value their own life. You know, this is the problem in society right now. People don't value their own life and be willing to take another life. It's self-hate and it's lack of knowledge and the disrespect towards another person because they don't respect themselves. Call it what you want when a person's sagging. He can't possibly respect himself. If he's sagging, you can call it what you want. I'm just speaking facts. If they know better, they'll do better. But it's some people out here that know better choose not to do better. You know, Jerome used to say, it's probably too old school for you, but don't you know no good? Don't you know no good? Don't you know no good? Don't you know any better to do better? Don't you know enough to do good? Don't you know no good? Don't you know better to know not to do the dumbness, the foolishness, the self-hate, the self-destruction? You can't possibly tell me you know better, but you choose not to do better. And I know some people that know better, but they choose not to do better because they so programmed. We so conditioned. We wired to self-hate ourselves and self-destruction. Liquor store, bottle after bottle. I see it every day. I'm a product and I'm a man from the hood. And I changed my life by changing my program. This is what we must do, and this is the problem. You can't tell me nothing different. I'm a brother from the hood, not being shot from another brother. So I know personally what it is. And the brother shot me, had no real reason to even shoot me. Because to this day, I don't know reason why he even shot me. Because I know I didn't do a damn thing to that person. But you got to understand, once you awaken, once you woke, you'll understand the violence upon each other. It's hate. And they don't value their own life. So they be willing to take another life. And it's part of the system. People all think, they keep on saying it's the guns. The guns, put down the guns, get the guns out of people's hands. The guns is not going to stop and change anything. It's the people's thinking. It's the people's programming. It's this toxic ass music that people listen to that's encouraging them to pull out the gun and go in and shoot and kill. You know, the bad influence, technology, it enhances the negative, toxic influence. And you got to acknowledge that. But don't, as long as you don't acknowledge that, as long as you don't know better in order to do better, you keep on butting your own head. You keep on killing yourself. You keep on doing the self-destruction, going to the liquor store, going working for people that don't empower you as the people. We don't fix our problems because we busy destroying ourselves as people. We're busy going along with this system because we so caught up using the old program. You got to understand, for you to see it, you must be woke. For you to really know better, you got to be woke and start doing better. If you don't know, pick up some books so you can get to knowing, so you can be aware of the violence and the system upon us. If you knew better, you'll know how to duck and dodge and move around and weave around the system or everything that's coming at us as Black people. If you knew better, you'd be woke and do better. If you argue with a person that where you're not getting along with that person, you will move on from the situation so it won't put you in a bad situation because you know better, so you choose to do better. If we want better as people, we must do better as people. We must do better. This is a perfect time because it's not no other choice but to rebuild ourselves as people. While we came up with this negative way of thinking, saying we're in our own lane, doing our own thing, let's take advantage of that, work on ourselves, meditate, realign ourselves, empower ourselves so we can truly love ourselves and respect ourselves and value our own life so we can start doing for each other as a group and doing for each other in our community, in our families, in our homes, and any relationship you have in life. If the individual is better, he's better to the people. He's better to humanity. Humanity. You're a better human being. You're a better person. You must work on yourself to be a better person, a better human being, better person to society, a better person to your environment, a better person to your family, a better person to our environment, a better person to this world. Like Jim Brown, he made a choice to stand up, to be a better person, to lead by example. Or he could have been like a lot of sellouts, just take their money and just stay in a big mansion. And far as I know, a lot of them live a miserable life because money's not everything. Happiness, true happiness. And true happiness, money cannot buy. Stop believing when somebody say money can buy you happiness. Money cannot buy you happiness. It can make you happy for that hot minute, but when all said and done, if it ain't true, it don't last long. That's why people be going crazy in their nice homes, or crazy in they tent and are in bad situation because the mind, it's the mental people. This is the problem that's going around in America. And the easy solution is acknowledge it, work on knowing better so you can actually do better. Being awake and aware of all the violence and the trauma mind and the trauma people, you'll work around others to better yourself. Long as you know what's going on, you'll work on rebuilding yourself and doing for yourself to make a difference for yourself. If you're a better person, I should keep lagging. Mm. But knowledge is power. It can change your thought process, and your thoughts can change your behavior. And that'll trickle down into your actions. Once you acknowledge the trauma, you can rebuild yourself for healing yourself for change. Fact of the matter is, we are traumatized and trauma people, programmed and conditioned in this system. Be awakened for a changed mindset. Be awakened for a changed identity. Be awakened for a changed environment. Wake up, my people. The way we need to be, the direction we need to go, changing the mind, having a new mindset. You cannot heal if you do not know what happened to you. If we do not heal, we don't grow. This is why we have not grew as people. This is why we keep crashing and failing as a group of people. And it's a small fraction of us win, but that individualism is not benefiting the group, and the majority of the time it's not benefiting that person. You got to understand, if we losing as a group, just because you wealthy don't mean you winning. We're losing as a group, people. This is how we're getting defeated as a group, because we're staying divided. We are in groomed and conditioned people. We are the most groomed and conditioned people. Facts. I'll leave it right there. My internet keep lagging. But thanks for listening. Wake up for knowledge. Do some homework. Do some research and reprogram yourself. Unlearn and re-educate yourself. That is the solution. What we need to do. Reprogram yourself. Change the mindset. Change your thinking. Change your philosophy. Change your perspective. And change your identity. Change your program. Wake up. Wake up. Thanks for listening. Put down the guns. Be the responsible gun owner. Until next time, my people. Smash the like button. Be a subscriber. Let's protect each other. Unite with each other. Be power. Peace. Hotep.